Okay, technically, this isn't my first video. However, it is the first video of this kind on this channel. My name is wildwubbzy, aka Wubbzy, aka Will, and as you can see from the rest of my content, I am an online artist slash animator, etc. Meaning I think I draw good enough to share my art with the world. Occasionally. But as of recent, I've reached a point in my online art career where I'd like to share a bit more than just my art through longer forms of content, whether it be my thoughts on certain topics, things in the art community, etc. I want to diversify my content. As a kid, I wanted to be a YouTuber. Everyone wanted to be a YouTuber, come on. And as it stands today, I'm a short form animator trying to go for a more mixed content approach. And for the longest time, I felt like it was never as easy as just making a video, posting it, and getting 100k subs in a day. Until I saw someone else do it. But at the end of the day, I just want to do what I imagine every artist wants to do, which is post whatever they want and be loved for doing it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And as I was thinking of a topic for my first video, I had a brain blast. What if I made my first video about a recent trend of first videos? I was definitely not the first to notice that within these past few months alone, there has been a growing trend of artists and animators suddenly making their debuts on YouTube, all with varying degrees of success. And there are a few reasons why this might be happening. At first, I thought either the world was healing or we're approaching a recession. And although one of those things might be true, I believe the real reason all these artists, including me, are breaking out into the YouTube space right now is because we're kind of tired. YouTube is probably the most intimidating platform to post anything on, especially art. And it is very discouraging to see that something you've worked so hard on is being seen and appreciated by no one. Post after post after post, and although they might rise and fall, the numbers just aren't where you want them to be. And then you start to ask yourself whether or not your art is of any value to the people you want it to reach. You get tired of following the formula and chasing trends you see online. Until you notice, one by one, artists and animators alike have started to make their debut videos on YouTube, and they are doing numbers. So you say to yourself, you know what, why not try a different approach? And you put yourself out there. You see, YouTube might be bloated with the amount of content across the platform, but what I think it needs more than ever is authentic transparency. And the people yearn for authentic transparency and story times. Storytime animators are literally the perfect example of this point of authentic transparency. Literally all they do was talk about their day for a couple minutes over simple hand animated visuals and get numbers. And the biggest reason that I could find for why this has happened and is currently happening is because people miss that relatability and want something real and personal to them. With the rise of AI and this content slop era that we're in, it is no wonder why people are tuning in to more down-to-earth commentary style creators and streamers. Streamers also hold a big chunk of that authentic transparency I'm talking about. And I'm not saying you gotta do all these reveals and talk about your life and you need a parasocial audience to be famous on YouTube. No. What I'm saying is that artists gain the most loyal of fans when they're putting themselves out there and being real, in my opinion. Which brings me to a segment I would like to call... At the latter end of all these videos, I'm gonna do a real talk segment to close things out, where I kind of just talk about what's going on in the future of this channel and just being real. And let me just say, I really hope this video reaches the right people. To my current 24,700 subscribers. Thank you for being here, whether you subscribe to see my Enna content or Deltarune content. And don't worry, I will still be making more of both. This is just me launching a longer form of content on this channel. And the thing about YouTube and stuff like this is that I will so gladly put my soul into making great and enjoyable content, like literally 90% of YouTubers. But I just can't do that if no one's there watching. I sound like a broken record, but I'm sure every artist can relate to that fear of having your art be unappreciated by the world and like you're drawing into a void. And of course you have our highs and lows, but at the core of it all, I don't want to make the lack of an audience something that renders my art useless. Again, with the rise of AI and art being even less and less viable as a career in the long term, my greatest fear is creating something people don't care to look at anymore. Maybe it's because I'm in a little flop era myself, but I'd still feel this way regardless of how well my art performs. So, I leave you with this. Whether it be content creation or otherwise, as an artist, you are not one big moment. You are and always will be moments in the making. And that's what keeps me hoping for the best. If you got this far, thank you for watching my first video. All the art, the music, the editing for this video is done by me, and all the music I'm using will be up on streaming platforms if you'd like to hear any of them individually, or even use them in your own videos. I don't mind. I won't sue. And if you have any tips or even video ideas in the comments for what you'd want to hear me talk about, feel free to tell me. And also feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more. And again, thank you for watching.